Hello, Master Tax here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at a battle from the American Tier 7 Premium Medium Tank. It is the T26E3 Eagle 7. If you enjoy what you see, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So before we get into the action, I'll show you my crew and equipment that I've currently got on this tank. My crew on this tank are quite good, all onto the 4th skill. It is my crew from my M46 pattern. The equipment I'm using in the special mobility slot is vents, then I've got a gun rammer and coated optics. On field modifications I have maxed it out, so I get a permanent bonus of plus 3% to engine power. I haven't fiddled with any other modifications. So now let's have a look at it in action. Today I'm playing on Maravanka. It's a standard battle and I've got the 4, 5, 6 matchmaking and I'm bottom tier today. So what I want to do, there's only one place I can go and that is the forest, so I can play on ridge lines. I'm going to try and play a hull down because it has decent gun depression on this tank and the turret armor isn't too bad, but I'm afraid that at this tier it'll be poor and they will be able to penetrate my turret. But there's no other option for us. I'll have to go here. It looks like there's a few coming with us, so safety in numbers. So I really like this tank. I'm not so sure when I'm bottom tier, but we'll have to see what happens. But basically I find it's the same as a tier 8 American medium tank, but the only difference is your gun handling and your penetration is worse, but you still get the 90mm gun that you do get on the tier 8s. So I've managed to get to the first ridge line and bush line that I wanted to start at, but it looks like people's beat us to it. So I'm going to move further forward. What I find when I'm bottom tier, if I can't do the damage and struggle to penetrate enemy tanks, especially 2 tiers higher than us, I will try and move forward and spot and try and get some assistance so I can still have a decent game, get plenty experience for it. So I'm moving forward and hopefully I'm going to spot some enemy tanks. You would have expected if the enemy were pushing this side, they would have already been here. So I'm just cresting into this bush, see if I can spot. My view range isn't too bad because I have got coated optics on this, as I say, and with my crew and equipment I've managed to get my view range to 463 meters. So I should be able to spot. The only problem I've got is there's a lot of bush cover in front of us. So there could be enemies down there and I just can't spot them through the bushes. It's a bit of a strange battle this. Looks like the enemies all camping the base. Now there's some tanks caught up to us and pushing further forward. So I will try and support them. But I don't want to push forward by myself, especially being bottom tier, because I will get taken out quite quick. There's tier 9 tanks in front of us. So I'm just going to try and keep into the bushes and support me IS-22. He hasn't spotted. There you are, Char Future 4. Can I get a shot into him? Can't even find a penetrating shot into the Char Future 4. Can I get his bottom plate? Might be able to penetrate his lower plate. He's went out, so I'm not so sure. What else is here? A Renegade. Can I get him? I'd like to try and track him, but I'm aiming for the lower plate and I've managed to get some damage in. So I'm just going to try and farm some damage from this ridge line. Can I get another shot into the Renegade? And I didn't penetrate. So I'm going to try and move in a little bit. Looks like there's only 2 tanks there. There's a 3rd tank. AMX, that's a tier 7. So I've managed to get a shot into him. I could do with bumping into more tier 7 tanks so I can get some damage in. Can I get his turret? And I'm not sure if that even hit. So I'm moving in a little bit more. Thought that Renegade might have pushed back. So there's 3 tanks here that we know of, so I'm pushing forward a little bit more, join the IS-22. I do want to try and get some more assistance. There's that AMX, can I take him out? Didn't penetrate, that's the problem you get being bottom tier. There's an IS-3, the IS-22's pulled in front of us so I couldn't get a shot in. Can I get his lower plate? Hit the ridge line. So the gun handling, as you can see, isn't the greatest on this tank. Can I get another shot in? No penetration. And if you can see, I'm firing standard shells here because I'm really tight and I don't like firing gold shells. Even when I'm bottom tier, I'm going to try and do it with the standard shells. So there's a Renegade. Can I take him out? Side of him, and I've managed to take the Renegade out. quite happy with the kill there. There's a Char Future 4. I'm not sure if I spotted him. He's firing HE, so I'm not concerned about firing HE. He's not doing that much damage. He could have taken us out if he was firing standard shells, and I've managed to take him out. And now there's an AA Phase 1. What's he doing sitting here? So I'm trying to flank round, and now I'm round the side of him. I don't think he's focusing me, so I've rammed him and getting a shot into the side of him. Artillery's just stunned us. Can I get another shot in? I'm getting loads of assistance for this. This is great. Can't believe that Phase 1's sitting here. So I'm pulling back, see if I can get a shot into his hull. No penetration. He's a one-shotter and he's been taken out. So there you are, 2,477 assists. Now there's a projector, and I've taken 3 shots from the projector. And now the artillery's hit us and stunned us. But my first aid kit's on a cooldown, so I couldn't do anything about that. So only 180 hit points left, so I'm going to have to play a little bit more cautious. And while I move up a little bit, but I am going to sit in the bush, I'll tell you about the gun that you do get on this tank. It is a 90mm, like I says. You get 172mm of penetration, which is quite decent at tier 7, but when you're playing tier 9 battle, it's rubbish. And then you get 240 alpha damage, which is pretty much standard on the American tier 8 mediums, especially the old ones. And then with my current equipment, I've got a reload time of 7.07 seconds, which isn't the greatest. It gives us a DPM of 2037. And then I've got an aim time of 2.1 second, which isn't great either. And my dispersion is 0.36, so it's really not that good at sniping. But you do get the American standard gun depression on this tank, which is 10 degrees, which is really nice. So I'm sitting in the bush, I'm letting the projector push forward now and spot, and I'm going to try and keep hidden and get some more damage in. Not sure where that shot went, but as you can see, like I did say, it's not great for sniping this tank, but I can't really do much more since I've only got 180 hit points. So I'm letting my teammates push forward, especially the ones that were sitting at the back. It's about time they had done something. So while I sit in this bush, I'll tell you a little bit more about this tank. Our 2 Italian medium tanks that's pushed forward have both been taken out, so that's not great. So I'll tell you about the armour on this tank now, and it's nothing special. On the hull you get 101.6mm on the front, 76.2mm on the side, 50.8 on the rear. And then your turret armour is pretty much the same, 101.6mm on the front, 76.2mm on the side, 76.2mm on the rear. And I managed to get a shot into the Super Hellcat there and track him, so I did get some more assistance there, and that was a fluke, sneaking that shot into the S1. So I'm going to push me luck a little bit, see if I can get a blind shot into him. Not sure if it hit or not. Find out at the end, I suppose. So I'm going to stay put in this bush. So far I've managed to do 4k combined damage, so I'm just going to try and farm some more damage, snipe some damage. Hopefully my teammates will push in and provide us with targets. I'm just reluctant to push in, especially with the amount of hit points I've got and being bottom tier, when we've got the likes of a T95 over there, B1. Not sure if he's taking any damage, but he could easily push through these. He's got the armour to do it. There is no tier 9 enemy tanks left, so he should be pushing forward. So I'm trying a few shots on the IS. I haven't managed to penetrate him yet, and then he went out, so that was a blind one. He's actually still lit, so it would have told us if I penetrated, so obviously I didn't. So is this KV3 going to push forward? Does look like my teammates are starting to push in, close the map down for the enemy, so they'll all be in that one corner. Now I'm just keeping an eye on this KV3. Looks like he hasn't been spotted yet, so I might start to advance with him. He looks safe enough. I think I might be able to move further forward, so I'm going to try and follow him. I know he hasn't been spotted yet, or he would have been taken out, so I'm going to close the gap, see if I can get some more damage in before the game's over. So if you do end up being bottom tier, get a matchmaking like what I've getting, you still can make a difference even without firing the gold. Just try and get some assistance, and then if you lose a lot of hit points like I did, you can quite easily just sit back, try and get some more damage, snipe some damage. That if your team will provide you with spots if they're going to push forward. You don't have to sit right at the back and try and snipe from a bush. All you've got to do is support your front line. Just don't go front line. Just sit behind them and you should be able to get some shots in. And where possible, try and double bush. Oh, there's that S1 again. No penetration. So I'm double bushed here. I'll not get spotted from this position. Can I get another shot? I can only see the top of him. If he points towards us, I'm not sure if I could get the penetrating shot in. Tried another one, I didn't penetrate there. And he's went out. There's only 3 tanks left. One's an artillery. Just tried a blind shot again at that S1 and he's been taken out. So I can move in a little bit. There's a projectile and the artillery. Can I say the artillery? No penetration on the artillery. Unbelievable. Surely I can penetrate the projectile because he went too low. I can see the top of his turret. There's one shot into him. I'm hidden still. Hopefully he's not going to push straight into me. Come on teammates, push in. So there's artillery. Managed to get a shot into him. I'm still not spotted because I'm double bushed. Can I take the artillery out? Let's see. And I've managed to take the artillery out. That's my 3rd kill. Only the projectile. Can I spot him? Don't really want to push forward. If I get spotted, he will take us out in one shot. And there he is. I just waited for my teammates. There's another shot into him. And he's been taken out. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Was a master, ace tank reward, and I got the Lavaslio's medal, which you've got to destroy 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a medium tank in one battle. The enemy vehicle must be 1 tier higher. Top of the tree for XP with a base XP of 1450. I'm actually 3rd for damage with 2300 damage. I made 108,000 credits, that's due to a personal reserve bonus. And 6,961 XP, that's due to playing a premium vehicle, a personal mission payout, a personal reserve bonus, and an award for the first victory each day, which was at ×2. I'd like to thank you for watching today's battle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. There's a little icon in the bottom left hand corner. Cheers.